The product of a lot of things coming together really well. And for Aaron Jones in 2019, it all came together for him. He stayed healthy, was on the field for all 16 games, got handed the ball 100 more times last year, and as an end result, broke 1,000 yards in a season rushing for the first time in his career.
What's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Put him on his buses. Let's put that team on his butt. 51 at the mic, boy. 51. 3 bud, 3 bud.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Jones. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right at
no gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
And long. From the gun, it's Rodgers.
He'll get this into the hands of Dillon, complete.
And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 22-yard line. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the 1st.
22-yard line.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, got the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that would be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
1-yard gain.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 for the 26. Back to throw, Stafford. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Stafford throwing on target to Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Detroit.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Packers 7, Lions nothing.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Rams to carry on Johnson.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Stafford.
The Packers 30.
James got it. Complete.
Stafford.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now the rookie second rounder from Georgia, DeAndre Swift. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Here we go on 4th. Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
First down, Lions.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hockenson. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards there and a first down.
On the tackle. A gain of 12. And
from down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Johnson. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5.
Carry on Johnson.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Over 1st and 10.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Johnson, and he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give the tackle there to Morgan Burnett.
The 26.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
This thrown quickly out to Jones. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
A 2-yard gain on the play.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
To Kenny Galladay.
Kenny Galladay, his second touchdown on the season. And the Lions have taken the lead.
It's one thing to be known as a guy who can make big-time plays downfield and gain almost 20 yards per catch. But how about the guy who knows how to put the ball in the end zone as well, and that's Kenny Galladay. He's an absolute threat every time the ball goes in his area. Led the NFL with 11 touchdown catches last year. Kenny Galladay is a guy that I'm glad that I never had to try and cover when I was trying to be a defensive back.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
Remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
I remember when Alan Lazard came out of Iowa State, many questioned his speed and wondered if he could separate from defenders downfield. He got pressed into action in the middle of last year due to injury for Green Bay and wound up second on the team in receiving yards as he developed and got better each and every week. Remember that Monday night game against the Bears, partner? A late touchdown and a big comeback victory.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
32-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted.
Picked by the rookie, Jeff Okudah.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
2nd and 11.
Now it's Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. Looking downfield for Jones. This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones, his second touchdown on the season. And the Lions add on to their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. And what I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And now to give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Matt Prater to kick off for Detroit.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
Looking deep for Adams. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. And the third quarter will start with a touchback as that one lands in the end zone. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
He's tackled.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Jones, just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On second down, it's Jones. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
Christian Jones.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
At the 44-yard line.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
To Johnson again. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Kerryon Johnson. His second touchdown on the season. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
24. Packers 7.
Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby.
Matt Prater to kick off for Detroit.
And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, it totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Will Parks. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
They'll take over first.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Terrific catch and a big chunk of yardage gained by Kenny Golladay, and that's exactly what he does. That's why he's so dangerous downfield. Highest average yards per reception among NFC receivers in 2019 to over 18 yards per catch. He has the length and really has a nose for the football, especially when they put the ball in the air and he goes up and gets it.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. 3rd quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground, and the Packers pick it up. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
The Pro Bowl wideout Devontae Adams, his intended receiver. But it'll be second down.
By Jeff Okudah.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Ball carrier.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after them now.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a 4th down. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. Indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Rodgers got to have this one. He'll get this to Lazard. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Single. 17.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. Rodgers to throw once more. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long.
51, Mike 51. Inside. Set the turn.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now Mason Crosby for the Packers field goal try. From the left hash, this from 37. And Crosby puts it through, and that will close the gap down to 14.
Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
2nd and 5.
180. Give me radar. 53. Ready.
They go to Johnson again. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Off of play action, here's Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. From the gun, here's Swift. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Complete to Quintez Cephas. A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
A gain of 16.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Kenny Clark, players ever to be drafted. He's now one of the unsung leaders of this Packers defense. Went to the Pro Bowl for the first time after the 2019 season.
Throwing here, Stafford. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off inside the 10. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. That's complete to Lazard.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
28-yard line.
Options galore here, second and a few inches.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 11 yards there, first down.
We're on Green Bay.
On first down, Rodgers. He'll find Lazard here over the middle.
One of the advantages of zone deep.
And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
On the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
39-yard line.
Again, it's Johnson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
And it's 3rd down.
Win for the Detroit Lions, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways.